So guys, you see this issue of Oseni Rufai. In fact, APC, they think that they are, or the members of APC, they think that they are doing a disservice, or they are trying to tarnish this man's image. But unfortunately for them, this Rufai Oseni is getting global recognition in a positive way than the man they are supporting, Tinubu, is gaining more traction, positive traction at that, is gaining momentum, global recognition. Like I said, if we want to have a good judgment, let us bring all the interviews that this guy has conducted with APC members. You see that APC members, in trying to defend Tinubu, trying to defend the party, they are always aggressive. And at the end of the day, they end up disgracing themselves. They are selling this narrative out. Oh, Rufai is not a good journalist. Oh, this and this and that. But unfortunately, Tinubu doesn't have a good reputation among the presidents of the world. And that is it. You can argue whatever you want to argue. But one thing is clear, your conscience is there for you to be judged. Even if you don't get, if you pretend, or maybe you really don't really have that sense. But with time, you will begin to see what you are supporting, especially those of you who want to make the world believe that Oseni Rufai is not a good journalist. He's asking simple question. In fact, they will turn it elsewhere, turn it upside down. Oh, you are not a professional. Yeah, this and this and that. You are partisan. You are this and that. You can say whatever you want to say. Gone are those days that journalists do not have their own say. They don't know what you think, just to report, whether good or bad, just to report, and for them to be politically correct. You think it's all about that. It's not all about that. It is not all about that. From what we are seeing, Oseni Rufai is more recognized, globally recognized, than even Tinubu, that is the president. And you all go out there to go and be defending what is not. Yes, there's an article that came out, or there's an information that Oseni Rufai is bringing out. He said he's yes to independently verify this. He was written that, "Dear Mr. Rufai Oseni, God bless Nigeria, save the soul of the newly employed staff of Obafemi Awolowo University Teaching Hospital. Over 10 months unpaid salaries. It's quite unfortunate that our health sector has collapsed, and Nigerians should expect the worst healthcare service delivery if the federal government and Federal Ministry of Health don't step up to its responsibilities. It seems they have lost touch with the realities on ground." When those who are in charge are being called upon to be interviewed, they will ask them simple question: what and what and what led to this? Come and explain to us. They will begin to find fault. They will begin to say, oh, somebody is insulting them. And the person said, "I and over 500 newly employed staff of Obafemi Awolowo University Teaching Hospital are victims of professional slavery by the management aided by officials of the ministry to oversee over 10 months unpaid salaries and inhumane neglect of the newly employed staff who are not yet captured to the IPPIS payroll. Some of the reasons why our medical practitioners such as doctors, pharmacists, nurses, medical laboratory scientists, physiotherapists, radiographer and so on are leaving the country, japa and brain drain, to the US, other European and African countries is because the ones that are working in Nigeria are really suffering. Imagine a medical staff working in a federal government teaching hospital for over 10 months without being paid a kobo because we have not been captured by IPPIS due to one or two reasons best known to the ministry and hospital management. Are you surprised? No, is it not evident? Well, he said, Rufai said he has not been able to verify that. You don't even need a soothsayer. That is exactly that is the end thing happening in this country. You see the way Tinubu is being reckless with spending their borrowing money to buy this, to buy that, to fund their lifestyle. Well, one thing is that, yes, meanwhile, many lives are already miserable. Staff are living in debt. Families are breaking. Staff not able to pay children's school fees. Staff are depressed, and how do you want that same staff to attend to a patient? Some steps taken to resolve the unfortunate situation in the past. First, in the past, various health unions in the hospital, such as Johesu, have embarked on strike actions in solidarity with the newly employed staff to persuade the management to pay salaries. But these steps have yielded no positive results because they are always forced or threatened back to work by the Ministry of Health. Of course, we know what has been happening. They will tell you, don't do this, don't do that. If you go on strike, you are not going to be paid. No work, no pay. In September 2023, some officials of the Ministry of Health came to the hospital to carry out a verification exercise for the new staff. It is 2 months ago. Till this moment, we have not heard from them, and staff are still working, suffering, and smiling. There have been leadership. The third thing is that there have been leadership crisis in the hospital for several months, and we are all happy when a substantive CMD was appointed in September 2023 in person of Professor John Okeniyi. We thought our problems are over and IPPIS will capture us very soon. Unfortunately, the CMD is more interested in projecting a false positive image of the hospital to the general public by meeting with state governors, first-class kings and chiefs, thereby abandoned his primary responsibility, which is the welfare of his staff, while some of his staff are drowning and perishing in untold hardship and frustration. Specifically, till this moment, the CMD has not even released an internal memo or circular to address unpaid staff or show concern about our pain. The silence is too loud and deafening. It is taking too long. And that is exactly what is happening. And unfortunately, those who are still complaining about the government now, give them the opportunity, they are going to do worse. Like he's been said that the CMD that came newly, the staff thought that it's going to be a liberation on their side, but see what is happening. See what is happening. We saw all that has been happening in the country since Tinubu came on board. You have this kind of man at the helm of affair, and you want good governance. What is she? You have missed it. You have missed it. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you what has been going on in this country. It is evident. It is what we are used to. I think Rufai just is trying to be neutral to say, okay, let us get to the bottom of the whole thing and know what it is true before all this APC will want to start to change it for one. We thought we are seeing it all in the era of PDP, not knowing that this one is going to be worse, just like the new CMD, that the staff thought that is going to come to their liberation, but unfortunately that is not what it is. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this. Thank you.